gon' burn it down, burn it down, burn it down. We gon' burn it down. We gon'.
You're about to be a savage because you got this from Tina. Welcome to SHOEPERFLY. That's SHOEPER fly. All things Superfly in shoe form, from reviews, news, and most importantly, shoes. Each week I'll present a pair of shoes that I've either certified Superfly or a don't buy. So without further ado,
work. To me, I be work. You see me do me that. That's something about that work. When you walk a line. I'm in the cafe, my that. Drive me a dessert. No time to have you lurking. You make a like me, not like it. You know I dealt with you the nicest. Nobody touched me in the righteous. Nobody text me in a crisis. I believed all of your dreams are duration. You took my heart, all my keys, and my passion. You took my heart, I must leave a declaration. You mistaken for love, I brought for you for foundation. All that I wanted from you was to give me something that I never had, something that you never seen, something that you never been. But I wake up and nothing's wrong. Just get ready for work. To me, I be work. You see me do me that. There's something about that work. When you walk a line, I'm in the cafe, my that. Beg you something, please. Baby, don't you leave. Don't leave me stuck here in the streets. If I get another chance to, I will never neglect.
Mr. West is in the building, y'all. Season after season, Yeezy explores streetwear influence, androgynous silhouettes, and minimalist layering to present original and disruptive collections. Kanye West women's shoes have been applauded for their futuristic looks with their sharp toes, cutaway shapes, and interesting fabrics, elevating classic high-heel pumps to awe-inspiring pieces of art. While Yeezy's fashion brand might be known for the street style and its bold attitude, the American designer is proving to also know a thing or two about quality and timeless design. Crafted in Italy and composed of the typical technology harnessing features used in crafting its beautiful shoes, the Yeezy 7/8 are of full transparency with its sleek pointed toe, slip-on style, 4.5-inch clear high stiletto heel featuring a high-shaped front, glossy PVC upper, python print inner, soft knit and mesh lining composed of a branded insole, branded season 8 insole with a 100% sole leather, 100% outer rubber, and 100% lining leather. Here in an Italian women's size 38.5, a size 8.5 in the US, in the color smoke gray, at the sale price of $242 from the regular retail price of $806.67, excluding tax and shipping, from farfetch.com. These all-stars also come in the additional styles and colors, like chalk white and graphite gray, hospital blue, ecru, and others, in sales pricing of $222 to $250 on the website for final sale only. Now I'm going to get right into it, my superheroes. They're simply not Superfly. and they don't buy. I'm sorry. They run especially narrow, as I could barely get my foot into these babies. Strangely leaving at least about a half inch of empty space at the toe of the shoe, which you're able to easily see given the shoe's transparency. Awkward. And while I'm living for all of its androgyny, as that has especially been a hot look and design of late, I'm confused by the 3-hole design in the PVC on the side, which is really not complimentary to the overall design of the shoe and takes away from the design's aesthetics. Disappointing. Sure, these all-stars are extremely versatile and can be worn with almost anything in any weather, from maybe a velour tracksuit to a cocktail dress, but not comfortably so and not affordably so in the least, with the regular price tag of $806, which is hefty in its simplistic nature. Hell, the shoes don't even say Yeezy anywhere. You get the season 8 tag, but there's no identifying mark anywhere of these being an actual Yeezy shoe. What's up with that? I'm sure if I were to look hard enough, I could go find a bootleg or dupe of the season 8s for a quarter of its price. While $242 may be a steal for a Yeezy, it's not a maybe, it is. It is not when it comes to how this shoe fits. Here, take a closer look at the Yeezy Season 8s.
All my life is your all my life is your all my life is your all my life is gone. All my life is all my life is
As you well may know, while there are countless controversial topics to choose from surrounding the rapper, producer, designer, politician, and multi-billionaire Kanye West, the ongoing saga of his soon-to-be ex-wife, reality star Kim Kardashian West's terrifying Paris hotel attack continues to rage on. Now, if you recall, on October 3rd, 2016 at 4:30 a.m., while Kanye West was performing live at the Meadows Music and Arts Festival in New York, his wife, Kim, was being robbed at gunpoint at the No Address Hotel in Paris by 5 elderly men aged 60 to 72, dubbed the Grandpa Robbers, and the biggest robbery committed against any individual in France in 2 decades, with the thieves making off with a combined haul worth of about $10.8 million in jewels from the same hotel where Kanye had been maintaining a semi-residence since 2011. In her own words, Kim recounted firsthand to French authorities and eventually to the world on Keeping Up with the Kardashians the harrowing details of her attack that did eventually lead to the arrest of 12 individuals 3 months following the robbery. The story seemed almost too horrific to be true, but just hours after she had managed to squeeze her hands out of wrist ties and scream for help from the hotel's balcony, Kim filed a police report detailing how she had returned to the hotel with her sister Courtney and her stylist, who then changed clothes for a night out, after she herself had decided that she wouldn't join them and headed upstairs to work on her computer. When she heard a noise at the door, like footsteps, and shouted, "Who's there?" believing it may be her bodyguard or possibly Courtney returning, but to which no one answered, which she then could see through the door 2 people along with the night man who was bounded and tied up. The assailants were dressed in police paraphernalia, with one wearing a pair of ski goggles, demanding she turn over her wedding ring, worth an estimated $4 million, to which she lied and told him that she didn't know. I'm assuming, implying she didn't know what he was talking about, maybe. But after brandishing a gun, she showed him the ring on the bedside table. Dressed only in a bathrobe and naked underneath, the bandits grabbed her, moving her around before returning her back to the bedroom, pushing her onto the bed where she believed she was going to be sexually assaulted, but was instead tied up with plastic cables, with her hands taped and tape placed over her mouth and legs into the bathtub. At one point, staring down the barrel of the gun, hysterically crying, begging not to be killed, and speaking of having kids and being a mother to gain sympathy so her life would be spared, Kim thought of trying to make a break for it, but feared being shot in the back and not living to see the light of day, fearfully then accepting that there was no escape to be made. They asked her for money, to which she replied she didn't have any, but about $1,000 in euros, and was eventually robbed of her 20-carat diamond ring given to her by Kanye, and a jewelry box containing 12 other pricey items, including 2 diamond Cartier bracelets, a gold and diamond Jacob necklace, Lorraine Schwartz diamond earrings, a gold Rolex, and other items. In all, a 49-minute heist that saw the thieves abruptly depart, some on bicycles, leaving some exposure on an adjacent business's security camera, and a valuable piece of the loot left dropped on the ground behind them. The bandits' planned heist went off without a hitch, seemingly. Now in France, this is called homejacking, robbing the rich in their residences where, because of France's high taxes on personal wealth, jewels, other valuables, along with large amounts of cash, are often to be found. Old rich people are very vulnerable, reported the French police chief, or business owners, restaurant owners who have cash at home. It's quick and you could get a lot of money in a very short time. The No Address Hotel is actually more of a home than a hotel. Kim stayed in the Sky Penthouse, which sprawls over 3,790 square feet and features 360-degree views of the city and costs as much as $16,800 a night. While most of the jewelry pieces were never found, with police only recovering a diamond-encrusted cross that one of the thieves had dropped while leaving the scene by bike, the alleged career criminals eventually were nabbed after one of the crooks left his DNA in Kim's penthouse suite. 11 suspects in all, aged 23 to 70, have been charged in connection with the robbery, with the investigation into the burglary being completed and paving the way for trials for some or all of the suspects with criminal records dating as far back to the 80s and 90s. So why are we discussing this now, more than 4 years later? Well, the alleged mastermind behind the group, dubbed Omar the Elder, was not only released from jail early by the court due to health reasons on April 30th, 2020, where he had been serving 5 years for a separate robbery 2 years prior. The 67-year-old self-confessed part-time crook has written a book titled I Kidnapped Kim Kardashian, which was published this past February. Luckily, a French court ordered that he will not benefit financially from the book's full detailing of the heist. Lawyers representing the night watchman bound that frightful morning with Kim said they had obtained a court order on his behalf authorizing the seizure of rights on the sales of the book. Seizing the rights to the sale of the book means that he will not be able to profit from the publication whatsoever. The royalties will be sequestered, quote, until the day they can be handed over to our client, end quote, in compensation for the damages suffered. Lawyers said, stressing that their client has sustained psychological consequences as a result of the armed robbery. In his book, the career criminal gives a full accounting of what he describes as a perfectly executed crime. And as his book's title makes clear, he has no plans of contesting the charges at a trial prosecutors are hoping will begin this year. The book's publishers, Archipel, have not commented. So much for a perfectly executed crime, right? And so this saga continues on. Needless to say, Kim won't be attending Paris Fashion Week for a very long time coming. Well, until next week, smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit that bell so you can get a notification every time I post a video. Period. I'm out. Okay, wait a minute. I'm just going to do it again.